So I found this video while I was looking up blackwashing and whitewashing. The title is "Blackwashing Isn't a Thing, but whitewashing is still alive and thriving" from Black Nerd Problems. And the description says, in this video, Tiffy Starchild takes apart the definition of the term blackwashing. Blackwashing is supposed to represent a white character from a piece of fiction being cast as a black character. There is no erasure that takes place when a white character is cast as black, as opposed to whitewashing a black or POC. Why is it black or POC? Like, what? It's like a black person is a person of color, like a black or POC character, and casting them as white. We have seen examples of whitewashing in media in Hollywood for years. Long story shorter, Tiffy got the time to give y'all the rundown of this topic today. Oh boy. oh boy.
Hi fam, my name is Tiffy Starchild for Black Nerd Problems, and can I just talk to y'all for a second? No. We need to talk about blackwashing because it's just that time of year, I guess.
It's that time of year to edit anime screenshots with brown skin and having characters say nigga and then calling people who disagree with you coons.
I actually made a video about this a couple of years ago when Halle Bailey was announced as Ariel for the new live-action Little Mermaid movie. I only talked about that character specifically and not blackwashing as a whole, so yeah, I would absolutely love to get into this. And it's a little bit frustrating because these conversations are happening, the articles are being written, but it feels like the audience that really needs to tune into this message, they're not the ones receiving it, but we're not gonna not talk about it, so here we go.
We are receiving it, and we are criticizing it, and of course, you're just ignoring that.
So first, what is blackwashing? That is really easy on paper. It's taking a non-black character from any medium, changing the race to black, that's it. And what I said works, but do you know what else I found? This shit! To present someone in the worst possible light.
Yeah, because that's the official definition. Blackwashing is to conceal. A wash in general is to wash over, to seal, to cover up. Yes, the definition is not referring to media, it's referring to the literal act of blackwashing. It is the same as whitewashing. Like, you cannot, are you gonna call Merriam-Webster a racist now? Like, are you kidding me?
I just started this video.
Me too, and I'm freaking annoyed. Also, what is on your face?
But to even get into blackwashing, we gotta talk about whitewashing first, which is taking a POC character and basically removing all the soul, the swag, literally anything that made the character dope. All flavor, like not a speck of seasoning can remain behind. We see this happen like all the time. This is like Hollywood's favorite thing to do. And there are countless examples throughout the history of the film industry.
I'm not gonna name any examples because if you actually go and see how many roles are whitewashed, you would realize that black people are kind of on the lower list of people who are whitewashed. If anything, it is an Asian problem. It is Asian people have been whitewashed way more times in films than black people.
But if we want to keep it relevant to just the nerd shit that we're on, I didn't even know that Angelina Jolie's character in Wanted was originally written as a black woman that was inspired by Halle Berry. Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins wasn't giving me like evil genius, supervillain, eco-terrorist of Arab descent, but I was getting strong, accidentally snitch on yourself by posting pictures to social media after visiting the Capitol on January 6th type vibes.
What? No, you so cute, Nick. Oh my God!
It's bullshit.
Who cares about Speed Racer?
Baby, it is the Prince of Persia, not the Prince of Privilege. I don't condone violence, but sometimes you just gotta slide somebody. We even tried to tell her, and you already fucking know. So we have these dope stories and these dope concepts, and then they either strip away all cultural relevance and they leave us with this dry, dusty, flour-flavored, vanilla, tasteless.
Oh, jeez. All right, she gonna say the special gamer word in a minute. Oh my goodness.
Shit. Or even worse, they leave it alone and they just plug in Chet or Katie Kaboom right into the culture because you know what they love doing more than anything else? Being not in their business.
Because you clearly look like you can mind your own damn business.
I am visual. This is their business, and this is them outside of their business. Literally everywhere else.
Oh, okay. These are the white people, and that's their business. Yeah, because white people love getting into other people's business, unlike her. See, she doesn't like getting into other people's business. That's why she doesn't wear all this gold garbage on her face for attention. No, she knows how to mind her own business.
It's hard to get your stories told if you are a creator of color because of systemic racism.
Oh, here we go. Fucking systemic racism. Systemic racism. I'm the fuck. Close this damn thing. It's not like you are supporting, billion-dollar companies that do the littlest minuscule effort to do something for diversity's sake.
And that's why it sucks when these stories have a chance to get told with all the bells and the whistles and the big budget, and then they essentially fumble the bag. They trip at the finish line. And it's not just the actors that we see on screen. It's the writers and the directors and the producers and the makeup artists, the composers.
The makeup artist, yes, because the makeup artist has any say on a script.
There's no way in 2021 we should still be telling brown stories with mostly white creative teams. It doesn't make sense.
Do you know who are in those fields? Like, you can't be like, oh, only black people can do this. That's not gonna work. You have to rely a little bit on white people. You do, because they're there.
They should only really be contributing money.
Give me money for the oppression my ancestors had.
If you created and benefited from a racist system that gave you easier access to create and maintain power and wealth, but you just need to be involved with telling these black and brown stories, then put up the money that you stole, then take a back seat and stay silent.
Stole from what? Stole from what? What are you talking about? Stole? You think slaves were like magically rich in the past? What is this? What is this? Like, do you want white people money or not? You can't just be like, fuck white people and be like, pay me.
Bringing this back around to blackwashing or brownwashing, whatever you want to call it, casting a person of color in a role that was originally white. It does not exist.
Bruh.
It is erasure, and in case I'm not making myself very clear, it's also a form of violence.
What? What?
Casting a person of color just does not have the power to do that. The only thing that is being hurt, fucking feelings.
Fuck your feelings. I want to see Naruto black as fucking coal and saying nigga. Fuck you.
So let's use Halle Bailey as Ariel as an example. One of the loudest arguments is that rewriting Ariel as a black character takes that job away from a white actress, or it takes that representation away from a young child that maybe needs to see that.
The most I've seen personally is, why are you just doing this to Ariel? Because why? This is Disney's Little Mermaid. Why are you just changing your main character to brown for no explainable reason? Maybe if they said like, oh, this takes place in some other place in the world, like maybe off the coasts of like Africa or the Mediterranean or something, like maybe something that didn't relate it to Disney. It's not really like, oh, you're stripping a white person. No, it's like, why are you doing this? Because it's seems kind of lazy.
That specific character, or multiple characters, or even the entire story might change to include people of color, and y'all just kind of have to sit there and eat that and be sad.
I'll accept any type of diversity, no matter how fucking pitiful and low effort it is. I'm a fucking just glutton for just diversity in my skin color. Fuck all you people's feelings. I'll dye this person's skin color anything I want to, because you know what? I can't fucking relate to anyone who isn't brown like me.
I didn't have any Disney princesses that looked like me when I was coming up, but that didn't stop me from loving Princess Jasmine, or Ariel, or Snow White, or Belle. Black and brown children have always had to find ways to identify and connect with characters that did not physically look like them or culturally represent them.
If you can't relate to someone or like a character because, oh, they don't look similar to you or they don't have brown skin or anything, if you can't relate to that person, that's not the media's fault. That's a you problem.
If you suddenly can't relate to Ariel because she's black, or Tinkerbell because she's black, or Snow White because she's Hispanic, then you's a whole racist.
What is this argument? I don't understand this. Like, yeah, you can, but you can relate to someone. You can all right. Ariel was made pale skin. It is debatable whether or not she's supposed to be white, like white American. She could be European American. Like, who knows? It's a movie it's a cartoon. But people know Ariel, the Disney Ariel, from the Disney movies. And she was always pale skin. So why make her brown skin in the live action movie and just say, oh, it's for diversity's sake? Then why don't you just make a brand new IP or something starring a new character, a mermaid who is brown skinned, so she can stand on her own and she doesn't have to have like this connection with like another property. Like, that's not how representation is gonna work. You can't just slap different skin tones on a property and just be like, okay, representation done. No, because that's low effort. Like, that's why I don't like blackwashing, because it's low effort and is lazy. People deserve better representation with work and effort.
I already know somebody ignorant ass about to be in the comments talking about, y'all would be upset if it was reversed. You shut the fuck up, Josh, because ain't no if it was reversed. It's been reversed. It's your only play.
You know, I would love to comment, but the comments are turned off. So you know what? I can see how you don't want to have any debates whatsoever.
We've been over this. That's why there's an issue. Please keep up.
I can't keep up because your logic is so fucking flawed.
And then they always want to change a character where race is actually an important part of the story. Tiana, in that story, had to be a black woman in the 1920s to face that racial discrimination. Thanks for that, Disney.
Because that was accurate. It was in New Orleans, like in the past. Like, racism was a thing.
T'Challa, because people love bringing that up. What if there was a White Panther? Which, first of all, you're so ugly.
You're so ugly. Also, there was a White Panther in the comics, so...
Of course we're used to seeing Ariel with the red hair and blue eyes and pale skin. All of those are iconic to the image, but they're not actually important to her character.
That's her. That's her physical characteristic.
Any one of those elements can change and she would still be a dumb little girl doing the And again, if Ariel just suddenly isn't Ariel for you only because her skin color changed, then you are a racist.
If her skin was brown, I would think some fucking retard on Twitter put a paint tool to her skin and changed her brown for the sake of diversity. This lazy fucking effort of representation is fucking stupid. It is not racist, it's fucking stupid.
This really deserves its own video because there's a lot to say about it, but real quick. For those that feel that Disney and other big studios are just pandering by changing these iconic characters these way, can you stop? No. Anti-blackness is worldwide, so I don't even know if the payoff of that decision is worth it for Disney money-wise. But even if it is, they're a company. Money is the bottom line, and why are we pretending like it's not? I'm not really surprised or upset if money was the motivating factor with just a side benefit being diversity. Like, I'll take it.
You just answered your own question. Like, yes, Disney is only doing this diversity thing because it'll attract more people. People like you who do not care about the effort of representation.
It's also not stopping them from creating new original characters and stories. But that takes time, and y'all don't like to talk about them.
If you're gonna accept Disney's lazy ass ways, you can't just ask for, like, more effort.
And when you do, you rip these projects to shreds.
Who has ripped a project with black characters that wasn't just because they're black characters like Validate or some shit? Where is the examples? Where are the citations?
I absolutely think that we should continue to have conversations with these studios when they do make mistakes. We should let them know, and that's how we're going to see it improve, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Sometimes y'all go really hard trashing things just because. It's like you're never satisfied.
Like you're always satisfied with what you get because you'll accept any type of fucking representation for you. You don't want effort. You just want shit that just looks like you and just reaffirms your narcissism.
So then it's big, we don't need them, we should create our own energy, and I agree with it. So why aren't you supporting those creators that are making these original black and brown characters and comic books and film and television and trying to get their things pitched, trying to get support for it, trying to get the Kickstarters going? Where's the support for those? So forgive me, like, the message is just a little bit skewed. Like I said, it doesn't seem like you're looking for a solution.
Do you know what the solution is? Is to not support fucking billion-dollar companies that are doing low-effort representation and actually support the people, you know, Black creators, you know, diverse creators that are making fantastic things, maybe you should pick a freaking side, okay? Do you want low effort garbage to suit your little need to have that little dopamine hit? Or do you want to get down and actually put some effort into things and actually, you know, do some damn work for your fucking voice?
I guess I don't understand complaining when these studios make this decision, because it doesn't stop any of these other smaller projects from happening. It doesn't stop those other characters from being created, but the support just isn't there.
You're a fucking consumer, okay? You're a consumer who will accept anything. That is why these creators are not getting anywhere, because people are supporting billion-dollar companies that are doing the minimal amount of effort for anything.
And I'm greedy, fam. I want it all.
Oh, I can tell you're fucking greedy.
But hopefully this video helped to shed a little bit of light on the issue of whitewashing and why black and brown washing are really stupid names, but also don't really exist.
Oh, they do exist, honey. They do fucking exist. And you just fucking explained why they exist.
Please make sure that you are following Black Nerd Problems across all social media, as well as me, Tiffy Starchild, and I will see you next time.
I will not subscribe. I wish I could say something, but your comments are turned off. Alright, so what did we learn today? Blackwashing exists. Ariel is being cast with a black actress. So there you go. That is blackwashing. The end. Bye.
It's a beautiful black... Damn!